brand new iPhone Pro Max 12 with these 4 easy steps. Step 1. Subscribe to IMG YouTube channel. Step 2. Click the notification bell. Step 3. Share one episode of Your Money Matters on Facebook and tag 3 friends using the hashtags #IMG Your Money Matters, #IamGreat iPhone 12 Pro Max giveaway, #IMG official channel. Step 4. Visit img-corp.net/iPhone 12 PMax and fill out the giveaway registration form. The lucky winners will be raffled during the live premiere of the last episode of Your Money Matters Season 3. Watch and share this with your family and friends now to get a chance to win. Good luck!
Your money matters. That's why we have this show. In this season, we've put together the best financial experts in the country to teach you all you need to know so you can grow your wealth, fulfill your dreams, and make an impact in the world. Hi everybody! Welcome to Your Money Matters. I'm your host, Risa Singson Kaupeng.
Build a second income. Don't rely on what you have right now.
Understand, recognize, accept that we need to upgrade our financial strategy.
If you're not adaptive and you're not flexible, then whether there's pandemic or not, you'll really have difficulty.
Prosperity begins in the mind before it goes to your pocket.
The intersection between passion, potential, and peso. If you can combine those 3 elements, I think you will be in the right track.
Join us every week as we learn and apply money strategies to prosper your life. New episodes stream every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Philippine time. Hi everybody! Welcome to Your Money Matters. I'm your host, Risa Singson Kaupeng, and I'm coming from the Philippines, Manila, Philippines. And you know, we've been having thunder and lightning and rains here. And as kids, di ba karamihan sa atin, ewan ko sa inyo, pero ako, di ba nakakatakot yung kidlat at kulog, di ba? Bakit? Because it reminds us maybe of destructive storms or even scary blackouts. Naisip ko, ganun din siguro when it comes to our financial life. When storms come, it can be scary unless you know that the roof over your head can protect you. At kaya naman meron tayong mga programa kagaya nito na Your Money Matters because we want to arm you with knowledge and practical steps and tools that you can use to build a strong financial foundation that can stand storms and rainy days. Kaya kahit nakidlat at kulog pa yan, o gaya ngayon na may pandemya, we're assured that our financial future is secure. So please do subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so that every time we stream a new episode, you will get alerted. Oh, this episode is gonna be really, really good. Bakit? Because our guest is one of the most sought-after speakers, not just in inspirational or the Catholic realm, but also in financial circles. He really needs no introductions. But let me say that I knew this guy when he was still a poor missionary. O clue na yan, ha? And I kind of witnessed his transformational journey from being a poor missionary with a Franciscan spirit to a successful businessman and a very good steward of God's blessings. Ang guest po natin ay walang iba kung hindi si Brother Bo Sanchez. And I credit him for coming up with the, what we call as the theology of money. It sounds heretic, Yung parang theology of money. Meron ba yan, theology of money? Pero sa totoo lang, kahit na ang pinakabanal na santo at santo papa man yan, ay kailangan ng pera. So Bo really inspired many good people to steward the wealth that God has entrusted to them. Kaya naman we're able to do so much good through our mercy ministries and beyond. Hindi ko pa nasabi yung pangalan niya. Hindi ko pa ba nasabi? Si Bo Sanchez po ang kasama natin ngayong gabi, or today he will be with us one-on-one. Pag-uusapan natin why the turtle always wins and other positive attitudes that make you truly rich. Kaya excited na ba kayo? Ako excited na. So let's go! Palagay mo, what percentage of people who trade in the stock market consistently make money? A, 80%, B, 10%, C, 90%, D, none. And the answer is B, 10%. Only 10% of those who trade in the stock market consistently make money. 80% lose money, and the remaining 10% break even. And we're back, and eto na, as promised. Let's welcome Brother Bo Sanchez. Hi, Bo.
Hi, Riz.
How are you?
Thank you so much. Great. Thank you for inviting me, and hello, everybody. So good to be here.
Yay! Okay, Bo, many people have already read your books, but for those who haven't, can you tell us about your transformation in your finance journey? Because I think there are many out there who need to make this pivot in their financial life too. And I in the intro I mentioned that I knew you since you were from being the poor missionary to the successful business man that you are now.
Yes, I love sharing this story, Riza, to anyone who would care to listen. And it's really that I came to know Jesus in a very personal way when I was 12 years old. It was a spiritual conversion, and I gave my life to him. And then 13 years old, I read the story of Saint Francis of Assisi, isang taong naging beggar for the Lord, tinalikuran lahat ng world and materialism, and ginaya ko siya. I really wanted to follow God like Saint Francis, so I lived with the poor, lived in a slum area when I was 15 years old, giving away money, and I didn't want to have anything to do with money. And I think, that by itself is admirable. But then looking back decades later, I realized that I had some religious beliefs that were distorted. For example, money is evil, business is bad, and you're going to think about money the whole day, and profit is bad, and all of that. Tapos lahat ng mga mayayaman, mga crooks, mga magnanakaw, mga smuggler. And so all of that religious baggage, God had to transform at a certain point. And it took a while. I was 30 years old already when I became an entrepreneur. I think a little bit before the age of 30, I realized that, I was going to get married pretty soon, maybe in 2 years' time. So sinabi ko, naku, wala akong savings, wala akong investments, wala akong kaalam-alam tungkol sa pera. At pag may anak ka na, I realized that, teka muna, I had to do something. And but I could not move towards money, earning money, investing in money without changing those religious beliefs. So that had to happen. And I had to read, I had to research, I had to talk to so many people. And there, I began to change. Very slowly, I began to change my religious paradigm towards money. And I realized that hindi pala evil ang pera. Hindi pala evil ang profit. Hindi pala evil ang business. They could actually be very holy if your purpose is right, and if you make a decision that Jesus is Lord over your financial life. And so that had to change.
Bo, you came from the other end of the pendulum kasi 'di ba, imagine Saint Francis, the love for poverty and all these things, you weren't even the prosperity kind of preacher, 'di ba? Yung parang God will bless us and God will make us abundant. So I can imagine the swing from one end of the pendulum to the other. I mean, that must have been like really a 180-degree turn. I mean, the kind of transformation that we have as Christians, di ba? Yung turning away from a life of sin and how did that work in your brain or even in your spirit? Kasi nga as Christians, syempre nandiyan yung wiring natin, ang sinasabi, 'di ba? Parang you cannot serve both God and mammon, and then love of money is the root of all evil. So how did that itsy bitsy transformation happen? How did you navigate that? I mean, like, did you have to completely throw away na parang, teka muna, stop muna ako mag-pray, tapos puro stop muna mag-read ng Bible, tapos puro financial books, how did that happen?
Yeah, what guided me was this. So tama ka I had a poverty mindset. Talagang poverty mindset. Akala ko, to be close to God, you have to be poor. And I really thought that God will be more pleased if I was poor. Because if I was poor, I was more dependent on Him, etc. But then, I was also very practical. So I was leading all these ministries for the poorest of the poor. I lived in Anawim, our ministry for the abandoned elderly, for 3 long years. Starting it up, living in a bahay kubo. During those 3 years, it was so real to me that money was important. How could we feed the poor? How could we build more homes? Paano ba, some of these old people that we pick up from the streets, kailangan ng ospital, kailangan ng gamot, and anong gagawin ko? So I realized, wait a minute, I need, number one, I said to myself, ang ganda sana yung hindi ako hingi lang ng donations, pero ako mismo magdo-donate. So that was a first hurdle. The second thing was, teka muna, yung hinihingan ko ng donations, mga negosyante. Tapos, kung sa isipan ko, if in my mind, I believe that business people are bad people, bakit ko sila hinihingan ng pera? And so I had to wrestle with that in my mind, and I realized, no, these donors who really give so much money for the ministry so generously because they did well in their business, they did well in their investments. And I said, parang mali talaga yung iniisip ko, mga religious beliefs. And so I guess to answer your question, how did I navigate from a poverty mindset into an abundance mindset? It was really the very practical need of the ministries. I realized, no, I need to change my mind or else these ministries will die. And so I said, no, they had to keep on growing. And so that's what happened to me.
So when that switch happened in your head and in your spirit, was it instant na parang, now I have to earn money, I have to be a businessman, or I have to steward my gifts? Parang did the multiplication, kumbaga, happen right away? I mean, how did you, kasi sometimes, like people look at you or people look at other successful people and they think that the success happened overnight. Well, first we know that the transformation in your head didn't happen overnight. But when it happened in your mind, I mean, did it instantly translate into your finances right away?
No, not at all. Because, like anything else, it's a skill. Money, handling money, managing money, multiplying money is a skill. And so like any ordinary skill, ang unang sakay mo sa bisikleta, mahuhulog-hulog ka ng konti. You don't ride the bicycle and then, pupunta ako sa Baguio, from Manila. You don't do that. But one day you can, when you're already very, very good. after probably many months of practice and training. And so I guess that's what happened to me, Risa, that at the start, okay, I changed my mind, slowly. And then, okay pala, okay, siguro mag-invest. Okay pala yung insurance. Okay pala yung negosyo. So little by little, and then I started practicing it, applying it in my life, making a lot of failures, making a lot of crazy, ay nako, mga mahabang kwento, pero so many failures in business, so many failures in investments, but little by little, I began to learn. Of course, I just want to thank Joanne and Noel because they were part of that financial journey. They really upped my game, leveled me up. I really thank God that I was able to meet them and changed the trajectory of my financial life.
I know, Bo, that you tried, you dabbled in different businesses, and you've written that in your books, no? But I remember, I remember you went through this phase of may motor oil pa, tapos meron pa, di ba? Parang you went into, I know you went into MLM, multi-level marketing, and real estate. Yeah. Can you give us an idea of all the different businesses that you tried? And were you really trying, parang pinapasukan mo ba lahat? Yung parang, were you really just trying to kumbaga nangangapa ka kung saan ka magaling?
Yes, exactly. Nangangapa talaga. Because I came from zero. And so when I came, when somebody comes from zero, no financial background, you kind of like, what are other people doing? Gayahin natin. And I kind of like knew, wait a minute, will this work? I don't know what I'm doing, but sige, you come in with faith and then you pray. And so I remember one of my first businesses was this selling of a squid ball and a hot dog stand and an ice cream scooper stand. So dinigay ko yan sa kalye, isang squid ball stand, pasok ko sa isang second class mall, and mas mura kasi, so put up a food stall there. Lahat yun bumagsak. After, I remember 7 months, I had to close everything because from day one, I was losing money. And then every single day I was bleeding. And ang laki-laki ng lugi ko. And then I went into other things. I sold juice, I sold motor oil, I sold, all sorts of crazy things that I knew nothing about. And I guess that was one of the most important lessons for me was, you don't get into something that you know nothing about, and that was not your passion. So, and little by little, I began to be, it was so frustrating, losing money, losing time, losing my reputation, my gosh. But all of this, I look back now with a smile in my face because I tell myself, I learned so many things, and it was really, really, I think I will not be where I am today if I did not go through all those failures.
Bo, okay. So you in 7 months, sabi mo, most of your businesses failed. But meron ding mga tao na kahit na wala silang masyadong alam, 'di ba? Parang they succeed naman, parang medyo tinagalan lang ng konti. Hindi kaya parang how do you discern or how do you tell kung laban ba o bawi, 'di ba? Yung parang baka naman masyadong maikli lang yung 7 months, baka dapat mas malalim lang yung bulsa or konting perseverance. I don't
Probably.
know, how do you find the right path?
One of my determinants, if I may use that word, is the intersection between passion, potential, and peso. If you can combine those three elements, I think you will be in the right track. So first is potential. Are you good in that thing? And when I say potential, it's not as you said, baka naman nag-fail ka dahil 7 months, baka may potential ka talaga, and if you keep on keeping on, baka gumaling ka rin sa food business. And you know what? Maybe the answer is yes. And if I did not close that shop, Who knows? I could have 36 food stalls right now. It's all possible, Risa. But there was one missing ingredient. It was passion. I had no passion. I like to eat, but to actually be in the food industry, in the food business, not really my passion. My passion was elsewhere. And then peso. Peso is if you can monetize your potential and your passion. So the intersection between potential, passion, and peso more or less gives you a sign. It's a sign that maybe this is the path for you. And so you fail and you fail, but you stand up again and you stand up and you persevere and you endure because of the yes, I think this is where I am supposed to be.
Wonderful. That's yeah, no? Parang minsan kasi puro passion lang eh. Diba maraming mga business, yung mga gustong, diba? Because I remember I also wanted to be a business person. I mean, at some point in my business career life, but that was also the same advice that a successful business man friend of mine said. Sabi niya, kasi sabi ko sa kanya, Carlo, anong magandang business na pwedeng pasukan? And he said, no, that's not the question to ask. He said, dapat, ano yung hilig mo? Ano yung galing mo? And so I just realized, okay, so maybe business isn't for me. Parang ganon, di ba? And I thank God that I asked him because, if I had the money at that time, yung pangpuhunan, tapos, di ba, itapon ko lang siya dyan kasi feeling minsan ng mga ibang tao, basta may kapital ka, kakayanin mo kahit na anong business no? But I'm hearing from you, Bo, it's not.
No. In fact, I cannot count, Risa, the number of people that I know who love to eat in restaurants and they think that their business should be a restaurant. And so they put it up. They actually put up a restaurant kasi mahilig sila sa restaurant and they're thinking of the food, they're thinking of, ambiance and all of that. Both of us know running a restaurant is very different from cooking the food and setting up the interior design of a restaurant. I mean, it is so absolutely different. And so, passion is not enough. Maraming mahilig na kumanta na ang kanta hindi mahilig sa kanila. Pero passionate sila. And I think, make it a hobby. Make it a way of relaxing at the end of your day. But don't make it a way to earn money. So there's got to be potential and passion. Combine that together, and then maybe you have a little more chances of winning.
Yay! Okay, magbe-break lang tayo for commercial at babalik tayo kasi medyo natamaan ako dun sa iyo, Bo, kasi I also had a restaurant which of course failed. Kasi kala ko pag mahilig ka kumain sa restaurant, hindi ka na magkaroon ng restaurant. Okay, magbabalik po ang Your Money Matters pagkatapos ng po ng ilang paalala.
Love comes in many forms. But in times of trial and uncertainty, nothing spells love better than security, peace of mind, and hope for the future. For over 50 years, we have helped people express this four-letter word, so you can face life head-on and savor every moment it brings. Manila Bankers Life. The best way to show your love.
Someday, you will get older, slower, grayer, but also wiser, calmer, and freer than ever. At Kaiser, we help you prepare for those years ahead, so you can keep doing what you love with the people that matter the most. Prepare for your future today. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare.
Nagbabalik po tayo sa Your Money Matters at kasama po natin the one and only Brother Bo Sanchez. Ayan. Okay, Bo, let's move on to the current businesses that you have now. Kanina we talked about all the businesses that where you failed in, but now you've settled upon, I know that you still have a handful of businesses, but they all revolve around, well, yes, as you've mentioned, your passions and, your gifts. You've been, the face of stock market investing, I'd say, in the Philippines. And so why the stock market, Bo? What is it still the most profitable, for you, despite your varied portfolio now?
It's not the most profitable risk, but I think it is the most basic. And I will teach people that, especially let's say with IMG, we teach mutual funds, we teach equity funds. So this is so easy to get into. Anybody who has regular income, may sweldo, may trabaho, can start investing in mutual funds. And so I teach this to everyone. And then if you want to be a little bit more sophisticated, then I'll teach you individual investments, individual stocks, So there, and I think that every single person can actually get into this. Put it this way, Riz. Many people cannot get into real estate. It's a little bit more complicated. To actually buy a property, tapos put up in apartment and then have rental income. Not everybody can get into business. Some people just don't have the attitude and the paradigm and the mindset and the background. So there are some people not for real estate. There are some people who are not for business. But you know what? I think that everybody should be investing in either the mutual funds or the stock market, because it's paper assets, and it's if we can only, everybody puts their money in the bank, or at least that's what we want. Marami pa ring unbanked. Pero understanding that it's something that's so basic that you can actually put your hard-earned money every month, set aside a certain amount instead of putting it in the bank. Why not put it with big companies? Become a part owner of these huge companies through the stock market, either through mutual funds or individual stocks. And that's been my crusade. I've been telling everybody about that for 15 years now.
But Bo, we learned that 10% now of people who invest in the stock market or who trade in the stock market lose money. So isn't the stock market kind of like a dangerous place to put your hard-earned money, especially like in a time like a pandemic now when the market really dove? But of course we know that it's kind of climbing back up. But that volatility, parang hindi ba, parang 90% of us will lose money. Tama ba yun?
85% of people who put their money in the stock market lose their money. And the reason is really simple. Most of those 85% are traders. And traders are people who expect a quick earning. They want to put their money now, tapos kailangan tumaas siya within 1 week, 1 month, and then their goal is after 1 week, 1 month, benta na. So that's what they want to do. They want to make it like their own business. So they're earning from their job, tapos they're going to trade the market. And that's why a lot of people lose their money, because what I teach people. Now, by the way, you can go into trading, but you'll have to have a lot of time. Babantayin mo yung market. Halos full-time ka dyan. It's difficult. You'll have to study. And I'll recommend that you go to school to be able to learn. Hindi pwedeng tip lang, hot tip, galing kay pinsan or galing sa isang office mate. That's horrible. What we teach is not trading the market, but investing in the market. So when you're able to invest in a mutual fund, alam mo, Riz, naalala ko to some years ago na naging uso yung UITF. And all the banks, were selling the depositors. Kasi depositor mo yan, so may trust na yan. Sasabihin ng bank teller, oy, miss, or ma'am, or sir, get into this UITF, and kasi may quota sila, they have to get that. But they never explained to the depositor na iba to, hindi to time deposit. Kasi ang time deposit or yung savings account may promised return. At the end of the year, time deposit may 2% or may 3% a year kita, 4% kita. Pero itong UITF, this is going to be, they did not explain that this goes up and down, especially if you invest in the market. And ay nako, so ang daming nalugi doon because when the market went down, people panicked and they sold. And I always tell people, no, this is investing, this is not trading. What you do is you put your money in the stock market, and what happens is you put every month regularly if you can, because what happens is you whatever salary that you have, you set aside. Ako tinuturo ko 20%. 20% of your income you put into mutual funds or individual stocks, and then you do that regularly. Peso cost averaging. When you're able to do that over time, and when I say over time, 10, 20, 30 years, you will see the fruit. My son started investing when he was 10 years old, and then my other son when he was 5 years old. Today, both of them are millionaires. Yung eldest ko who's 21, he really appreciates the fact that right now he has 1.5 million. Wow. He says, thank you, Dad. You taught us early. And so, of course, pag 21 ka na, may plano-plano ka na. So may plano na siya, how to the next steps of his future. So he's very grateful to me. And so I say this to all the parents, parents, teach your kids when they're young. And do it for them at the start. Yung mga Christmas money nila, yun ang ginawa ko mga Christmas money galing kay Ninong at Ninang, sa stock market muna, wag muna yung mga laruan, and in-explain ko sa kanila, and they got it. They really did. And so there, it's not trading, it's investing for the long term. So it's not timing the market, but it is time in the market. So when you understand that time in the market, if your son is 10 years old, ituro mo na. Para pag 21 na siya, 22, 23, then he will thank you and appreciate you.
Wow, kaya yung libro mo, Bo, no? The turtle always wins. So kahit na mabagal, but it's that time that's important, no? So
Yes.
is it still true in these turbulent times? I mean, slow but sure pa rin ba tayo dapat?
Absolutely. In fact, when you understand that you are not trading but investing, pag mababa ang market, dapat mas excited ka nag-i-invest kasi you are going to a midnight sale. No, you're able to buy cheap. And so when you're able to buy cheap, alam mo na one day, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, aakyat rin yan. And so there, in this volatile market, pandemic, so bumaba yung stock market, sobrang baba. Ngayon, pataas na ng konti. Pero remember, and I say this to everybody, kasi people ask me, Bo, pataas na ba talaga? Okay na? And I say, the stock market never goes up in a straight line. So, umakyat siya, bababa rin yan. Tapos akyat. But the general direction, I believe, is going up because, the vaccinations are getting, 8%. Ilan na ba? 8 million ang Pilipino ang na-vaccinate na. So, dahan-dahan. Nakikita mo na konting, some of the businesses that have been hard hit, nagbubukas na, dahan-dahan. So, that the economy is getting to be alive. And so, yes, I believe that the long-term, medium-term direction of the stock market is going up, but it will never go up in a straight line.
So ang happy days pala sa market, Bo, is when things are low. I mean, when the
Absolutely.
when the when the stock market crashes or it goes down, no? Interesting because what you said was also something that Rose Fres Fausto said like 2 episodes ago. She said that it's not timing the market, but time in the market, and
Absolutely.
also that she also said that money is a very emotional thing, investing. And that's one of the things that I learned from you kasi when I started investing in the stock market, tapos nung una akong nalugi big time, talagang, oh my God, nawalan ako ng ng gana mag-invest, di ba? But really,
Yeah.
you just reach a point na parang you're just kalyo, na parang alam mo yung nakalyo ka na, na kahit na ang laki-laki na ng loss mo, sige lang, it's the drudgery of investing, that 20% or more every month, yung sinasabi mo ng peso cost averaging, and over time, yeah, really, it rewards you, no? Galing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, Bo, what other positive attitudes do we need to have in our financial life so that we can become truly rich?
Ako, it will be discipline and generosity. I like to focus on those two. So discipline, obviously, understanding that you have to live a simple life and not be extravagant. We teach that. Never, always live below your means, so that you have some, you can invest for the future. So that's number one, just the discipline, the faithfulness, the consistency. That we need to preach every day. The second thing is generosity, because one of the things I realize about the purpose of wealth, it's really to love other people. It's not for you. And so when you realize and when you own this, you embrace this, ang layunin, ang purpose ng pera para magmahal, para maglingkod. All of a sudden, money becomes something you can be at peace with money. You can be at peace with millions, because it's not for you only. Yes, it's a blessing that God gives you and you enjoy it. But then the greatest joy that and this is something that you experience, is when you think of other people and their needs, tapos tinutulungan mo sila. Man, you realize, kaya pala ako binibless ni Lord para mag-bless ng iba. So, there. Now, let me, before to give a complete answer to generosity. Generosity is very practical. For me, Risa, when people ask me, why do you, di ba okay ka na, Bo? Okay na yung mga investments mo? And I said, yes. 20 years of investing, 20 plus years of investing, I can live on my interest. I really can. I can just sit down, relax, close all my businesses, go to an island, enjoy myself, reading a book every day, sitting in a hammock and, enjoying life. I can actually do that with my wife and say, that's it, I'm 55, it's over. I could have done that when I was 40 plus. But the reason why I work very hard with my businesses, trying to find ways on how to grow, how to serve my customers more, how to look for new product lines, it's because of generosity. Because if I close my businesses now, I will not be able to help as much as I want to. And that's what gives me joy. That's why I wake up in the morning, so that I can help more people financially and otherwise. So generosity is very, very practical. It's something that will give you fuel every day. It will give you purpose.
Wonderful. Okay, so we're so filled, not just in our financial life, but even in our spiritual life. Magbe-break lang po tayo for a commercial, tapos magbabalik po ang Your Money Matters.
Here at Kaiser Medical Center, we provide a wide array of preventive and curative medical care and diagnostics to individuals and companies all over the Philippines. Our strongly committed and experienced professionals are glad to provide excellent healthcare services, ranging from immediate quality medical care to consultations focused on health and wellness at all times. One of our in-demand services you can avail of is the COVID-19 RT-PCR testing. Whether you're an individual ensuring your family's safety or an employee complying with company health protocols and policies. Here are the services available at Kaiser Medical Center and our health branch locations nationwide. Our aim is to have a consistent, lifelong relationship with you by providing convenient, affordable, and quality health services in a happy, safe, and friendly environment. Because we value your health, our ultimate goal is to be your partner in health and wellness, even long after your visit with us. Kaiser Medical Center, your partner in health and wellness.
Secure your life, empower your family's future with Fidelity Life. As a longtime dedicated partner of IMG, Fidelity Life stays true to the needs and dreams of every IMG campaigner, providing life insurance protection to its members and peace of mind to their families. Through its alliance with Everest Memorial Services, it allows the members to use their insurance benefit for their memorial plan up to the maximum life insurance benefit. Activate your membership today. Fidelity Life. True to your needs, true to your dreams.
Nagbabalik po tayo sa Your Money Matters at kasama pa rin po natin si Brother Bo Sanchez. Ask the experts na po at ito po ang katanungan ng ating isang viewer. Sabi niya, Bo, this is from Randy. He's 40 years old and an accountant. Sabi niya, I'm just starting my business and a lot of people are doing the same kind of business. My challenge is, how can I be a leader in this industry or how can I have an edge over my competitors?
Wow, great question, Randy. The reason why I like your question is, you know, I get into an industry or I get into something and gusto ko sana ako yung leader dun sa aking niche, you know. If I cannot be a leader in my small niche, then maybe it's not for me. And then I look elsewhere. Kaya tama yung question mo, you know. But you cannot be a leader overnight. You cannot be the number 1 or number 2 spot in that little niche. When I say niche, hindi naman yung global, you know, you're the number 1 globally. Maybe you can be the number 1 or number 2 in your neighborhood or in your city or whatever. But okay na yun, you know. And I really think that this will not be overnight, but something that you have to keep on becoming better and better every day. If you grow 1% a day, you will be shocked how compounded interest you will be able to be better every single day. I also believe that you have to connect with people who are the leaders in that industry and learn from them, either virtually or personally. Virtually, you know, look for their books, look for their podcasts, look for their videos, and just be an ardent student of that business, of that industry. And then the second thing is maybe you can actually touch base and connect with the leaders of that industry, and then, you know, treat them for lunch and get you know, pick their brain. So you have to always constantly really become this sponge where you absorb what are the best practices, what's coming down the road. You know, do not go where the puck is. Go to where the puck is going. Wayne Gretzky said, that superstar hockey player. Same thing in business. If you want to be the leader in your business, the number 1, number 2 spot, you know, tingnan mo, saan papunta yung industry. Tapos pag-aralan mo na, doon ka pupunta. And yeah, you know, it will be difficult and maybe some people will laugh at you, but you know, you go there. So those are my answers. It's a great question, but look for a mentor, and then look towards the future. But in all this, Randy, balikan ko yung sagot ko kanina, be sure that it aligns with the intersection of your potential, your passion, and peso.
Ang ganda-ganda namang sagot nun. Thank you, Bo. Busog na busog yung aming hindi lang kaisipan, kundi pati yung puso at kaluluwa. So, thank you so much, Bo, for sharing with us your time and your wisdom. Any last words before we say goodbye?
Thank you, Riza. I really believe that the movement that IMG has started many, many years ago and has helped thousands of people. I really believe in this crusade. I really believe in this advocacy. And I really wish more people will join this movement and help the country lift it up. And together, we can bless the world.
Amen. Thank you again, Bo Sanchez. At ang katanungan mo ay maaaring katanungan ng karamihan. Kaya't padalhan niyo lang kami ng inyong mga questions dito sa yourmoneymatters.ph@gmail.com. And we've come to the end of our show, but remember, financial education ay hindi yan pwedeng nandito lang. Kailangan pumunta sa puso at lumabas sa ating buhay. One last word from Proverbs 10:21. The blessing of the Lord makes rich and He adds no sorrow with it. O, diba? So, as we pursue our financial literacy journey and grow in our wealth, let's not forget that all these are blessings from our God. Siya ang nagpapayaman sa atin, hindi lang pampinansyal, kundi sa iba't ibang areas ng ating buhay. So, till our next episode, I'm Risa Singson Kaupeng. See you again next week because your money matters. Bye!
Win a brand new iPhone Pro Max 12 with these 4 easy steps. Step 1. Subscribe to IMG YouTube channel. Step 2. Click the notification bell. Step 3. Share one episode of Your Money Matters on Facebook and tag 3 friends using the hashtags #IMG Your Money Matters, #IamGreat iPhone 12 Pro Max giveaway, #IMG official channel. Step 4. Visit img-corp.net/iPhone 12 PMax and fill out the giveaway registration form. The lucky winners will be raffled during the live premiere of the last episode of Your Money Matters Season 3. Watch and share this with your family and friends now to get a chance to win. Good luck!
We would like to thank our sponsors. Learn the secret to saving and building your future. Become your own financial educator through IMG, International Marketing Group, your total financial solution. May Kaiser para sa'yo, kahit maputi na ang buhok mo. Kaiser International Health Group, the first name in healthcare. Seguridad ng buhay at proteksyon para sa mga minamahal. Manila Bankers Life Insurance Corporation, the best way to show your love. Nangungunang kaagapay mo sa kalusugan. Kaiser Medical Center, your partner in health and wellness.